Blake, I had a chance to read your novel, and I'm really curious how painful or difficult it is for you to be involved in a project like this, that you have to cut character, you have to cut like important sequences from your book, and now to put it on the screen.
You know, it was a really interesting process with Dark Matter because there were very few killing of the darlings, as they say, because we had the time and the space to make it what we wanted it to be. It was more of a question of where do we want to expand the story? Yeah. What do we want to do in the show that I didn't do in the novel?
The processing of casting this amazing actor and the look-alike character that you describe in a book, how was that processing, the whole process of casting these people? Because for me, it's probably how I imagine it in my mind.
You know, we got very fortunate. I mean, we have a cast that, you know, you sort of dream about as filmmakers. You know, the one absolutely critical, and you know this from reading the book, the critical hurdle was that they had to be, I mean, it's easy to say, they had to be great actors, because the nuances of the different, you know, iterations of the characters that they had to play are many and subtle. You know what I mean? There aren't arch villains in this story. There are versions of the same people, and so it required, you know, a mastery on the part of the actors. And our, you know, the yardstick for us was grounded, you know, real relatable actors who could make you fall in love with them in every iteration, and we got very, very fortunate in our cast.
I'm amazed by the level of production of that we're watching now on TV and streaming services, and the whole huge budget that you probably have for CGI and visual effects that are really important as sci-fi story. And how was that conversation with the studio and showed them what kind of production you wanted to have and achieve for this show?
There was a lot of love for the book at the studio and at Apple. Like, they knew what we were making, and they wanted it to be great and beautiful. And that's one of the great things about making something for Apple is they want it to look like $1 million. So it was really never a question of, oh, guys, we're going to make a really, you know, faithful adaptation of it. That was the expectation, that we were going to, you know, adapt this novel at the highest possible level.
As a creator, both of you, that you are really involved since the first canvas, I wonder, what do you expect that the audience take from this? Because this is a lot. And we have seen like similar stories, but not in 9 episodes. Mm-hmm. Usually we watch a movie, they look like this, but this is 9 episodes when you can fall in love with characters.
I mean, it's one of the hard things about writing and putting art out into the world is, you know, you make it as great as you can. Like, I write the books that I wish existed. I make the shows I wish existed. And I hope people see the things that I see in it and fall in love with it the way I fall in love with it. That's all I can do. And, you know, the audience will tell us pretty soon here.
Well said.
Something happened to me, but you wouldn't believe me if I told you.